Hi Taurus, it's Ronnie here today again. Today we're going over Taurus's messages or events that may occur in Taurus for the month of March 2020. We're just going to dive right in. Our bottom of the deck card for Taurus is the Child of Visions. This card really is a card of innocence, of, pursuing your dreams in a way despite not having thought about it as much. You may be having doubts about your own dreams because you didn't think it through and you're thinking things are going to work out, but the Child of Visions tells you that you should go for it. You should try it out. Go where your heart leads you. That's just more of the general thing. And now let's get into our spread. Our first card that comes up in our spread is the Forest Lord, which is the Emperor in regular tarot. This came up in reverse, which kind of gives me a feeling that maybe we are getting put into roles of authority that we don't quite feel we're ready for. You don't feel like you know everything about everything there is to know about this position. You want to be able to lead properly, but because it's in reverse, I have a feeling you're being put in a position, but you're not being able to lead properly. You haven't really built up the foundation with the other people, whether this is work, whether it can apply to your relationship. You're struggling because you don't have the foundation that most authority figures have. You just kind of got thrown into this position. The whole thrown in kind of ties in with this Ace of Challenges. This is our Ace of Swords regular tarot, but the Ace of Challenges kind of tells me that you weren't expecting this to happen. It kind of got picked up along the way. Like you were just handed it. You were just handed this position that you weren't quite ready for. You're having to, learn new things that you didn't think would have to ever apply to your life. You're thinking about new things because you're put into this new position. There are three sword cards right here. Ace of Challenges, four of Challenges, and Child Challenges. This whole position I get is, making you question all the ideas that you had built up. You had an abundance of ideas. You knew which way you were headed. You knew what you were going to try to do with it. But now that you've been thrown into this position that you weren't expecting to get, your ideas, they aren't going through. The ideas that you had don't really work with the position that you're in now. It kind of feels like what you were thinking, your opinions, they're being squelched by this. You were still trying to, kind of be an amateur, kind of lay low and learn what you need to learn, but now you feel like, the opportunity to continue to grow in the way that you wanted to grow it's not offered to you so much anymore because you're being forced to lead. Maybe somebody fell off leadership, somebody got fired, but this Child of Challenges is what really kind of makes me feel like you weren't ready. In the Child of Visions, the two child cards makes me feel like you just weren't ready. You weren't prepared. You like to take the time to think things out more, but this kind of just happened more on a whim. And the Three of Boons is what, next to our Four of Challenges, is just like your ideas that you feel aren't going through. The Three of Boons is what makes me think it's other people that are involved. All these three cards always make me think there are other people involved. Like they're leaning on you for support, or you're leaning on them for support, but there's just this idea that you couldn't go through with because you are having to be the support system and the leader for other people. You're having to spend more money on the people around you because they're not supported well enough. Whatever it is, you're being a motherly figure in a way to others. I just really get this. You're the one making the potion that's feeding everybody else, you know? You didn't want to be making that potion. You wanted to be over here making your own thing, eating it all to yourself, and now you're kind of having to share. I feel like there's Taurus is learning to share in the month of March, because life isn't really letting you just do it by yourself. There are people around you that need your support this month. Whether you wanted to give it or not, it's kind of more of an obligation thing. Your ideas are going to be put on hold. They're like, listen, I know you were doing this, but I need you to come over here. I need you to support this person. They don't know what they're doing. They're not listening to themselves. You need to guide them. You need to guide them. But this card also, since it's in reverse, it's like, should you be guiding them? So maybe some of you are overextending yourself to help the people in your life. You know, you shouldn't be giving out. You shouldn't be putting yourself on hold just to, you know, be an authority figure to show somebody else the way when you're still figuring out your way. What do you know so much about that you can support these people that much? That's what this wise woman. This wise woman kind of switches up the whole storyline here. Maybe that's just for one person, you know. Some of you need to be supporting the people around you because they're naive. You know, they like to just say what comes out of their mouth and get themselves in trouble with authority figures. So you know, the Spirit's kind of pushing you to make them think about what they say a little more. Yeah, so you know, the mothers out there, maybe your kids, like my mother out there, the kids are going out and about and are needing your support a little extra more. Some of you are just overextending yourselves, though. You're putting your dreams on hold just to lift somebody else's dreams up. What about your dreams? You can't forget about yourself for other people. That's kind of the theme, I feel like, in this. Maybe it's Mercury retrograde that's doing that, because Pisces yesterday also had a feeling of just giving too much of yourself to others. Child of Visions and the Four of Challenges. You don't have to give up your ideas, you know. You should be embodying this Child of Visions energy, I think, this month. Not forgetting about the things you've always dreamed about, the things you've always wanted to do. Don't forget about that, especially for other people. Don't forget about that because maybe authority figures that are abusing their power are making you think your ideas aren't good enough, you know. Don't let other people, don't let me tell you what to do and how to feel either, you know. You know, at this point when I keep going, I'm Taurus and sidereal, so it feels like a reading for myself a little bit. But I think that's all we've got for Taurus this month. So please comment below and let me know what you think, if it helped you at all, pointers you have. I love any and all feedback, and I hope to have helped you guys out for the month of March. Thank you.